Well, back to Fog Football, back with the World Cup 2022 qualifier recap. We haven't come up with a better name, so here we are.
Sticking with it, and speaking of sticking with it, Scotland are sticking to their draws, sharing the points again against Israel. Disappointing stuff. Drew against Austria, drew against Israel. I mean, it's not a disaster, but it's negative. I mean, it really is. It's not.
The prospect of not getting to the World Cup, Israel.
It definitely Israel because 2 points out of 6. I mean, I know we have Faroe Islands up next, but I expect every team that we're going to be competing against those top 2 spots to pick up 6 points against Faroe Islands. So, to me, like the Faroe Islands game, they don't even matter. If everyone beats Faroe Islands, then it essentially changes nothing because everyone's getting the same amount of points. Faroe Islands, a win against Faroe Islands is only going to help you if your rivals lose against the Faroes or draw against the Faroes. And I don't see that happening, guys. The games that matter are the games against Austria, the games against Israel, and the games against Denmark. And so far, we've played 2 of those games and we haven't got a win yet. So, I mean, that to me, that is the...
and with 4 of them left, and 2 of them are against Denmark.
Yeah. So, you know, that could have the seed at one team. So, I mean, it doesn't look good when you put it like that way, but hopefully, I don't know, maybe towards the end of the group when wins are fucking required, maybe Steve Clarke will go for it more.
But why put yourself in that predicament?
I don't know, I'm just thinking I'm trying to think, maybe trying to think what Steve Clarke's logic could be, but you know, at the moment it's not really happening. Israel, I think, deserved to win the night. I thought they were the better team.
Yes.
Not that they weren't great by any means. Perret scoring the opener should have been saved by David Marshall.
Awful.
Should never went in. They take the lead just before half time. We came out in the second half. 10 minutes in, we got a goal through Ryan Fraser. It looked like it took a slight deflection. Goalkeeper Marciano didn't really see it, and it creeped into the corner. 1-1, and from here, I mean, we never really created that, that one real chance that we needed. A couple of times with opportunities, but we couldn't even get shots away. I think Christie had a good opportunity in the box, completely mishit the ball.
McTominay's shot was blocked.
Tierney had a shot for distance. Shea Adams did well to beat a couple of the Israeli defenders, cut into the box, and he did have a shot, but again, it was straight at Marciano. I mean, nothing really to trouble any of the keepers. Israel had a penalty shout denied. They didn't even show you any replays of that, so I couldn't really tell you if I thought it should be a penalty or not.
Right, well, he got booked for it.
When he went down, I initially feared the worst because it was a convincing dive, let's say, but the referee never gave it. And yeah, guys, we couldn't get the win. He ends up bringing on Armstrong with 4 minutes to go. Should have been brought on a lot quicker. Fraser says at the end of the game that Scotland dominated the second half. That's certainly not how I would describe it.
No, it was even.
Yeah.
The first half was domination from them.
Yeah.
Second half.
I wouldn't even say the first half of the game was dominant. I thought both teams were shit. I've got to be completely honest here. I thought both teams were shit. Israel edged it first half, and second half was pretty much a tie. I thought. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm sticking.
That's
to
not
it.
good enough. We need to win.
Yeah, well,
We're
didn't.
winners.
Well, not tonight. Not under Steve
Put
Clarke.
it this way. What was it? Someone said that McLeish has beat Israel on his one attempt, and Steve Clarke hasn't beat Israel in 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, but how many games has Steve Clarke won with Scotland? And by wins, I don't mean going to extra time and win on penalties. I mean 90-minute wins. You'd have to assume not many.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Robertson, shit.
Speaking of the, yeah, same old Andy Robertson. Shouldn't he be in the team? Should be dropped. If not dropped, he should at least be switched to a different position so Tierney can. At the end of the day, your best player has to play in their best position, and our best player is Kieran Tierney, especially at left back. Right? You can maybe say John McGinn's our best player, but at left back, undoubtedly our best player is Kieran Tierney. And the problem is, I think maybe if Robertson wasn't the captain, he would have been dropped by now, or at least he would have been replaced by Tierney. But the trouble is, I mean, your captain sort of has to play, and maybe Steve Clarke doesn't want to strip me the captaincy. But I think that's what he would have to. I think that would be the bet. I don't think he's capped. He's not a leader anyway. There must be a better leader in that Scotland squad.
Tierney.
Then yeah. But even if you're not saying Tierney, there must be a better leader in there. Surely, like a McTominay or something must be a better leader. I don't know.
Well, he's captain United before, I think.
So well, there you go. If he can captain United, he can captain us. How many Champions League trophies have Scotland won?
How many trophies have Scotland won?
Kieran Cup. Anyway, up next, Austria beat Faroe Islands by 3-1. Faroes actually took the lead here, which was surprising, although we knew it was never going to last. Austria got 3 goals in the first half, and then that was it. Never added to their tally in the second, but they rounded up with 3-1 winners, so nothing to fear here. And in an absolute dream world, it would have been great if Austria dropped points tonight, but I never felt it was going to happen, even at 1-0. Even if Faroes went 2-0, I probably would have still thought Austria would come out and get the win, and that's what they did. And
Denmark 8, Moldova 0.
A big result here for Denmark. Moldova are a bad team, but they're not like bad, they're not like, I don't think they're quite San Marino level, so that's an impressive win for Denmark, but at the end of the day, it doesn't get them any more points, it just gets them free. Scotland could play Andorra at Hampden, and a 1-0 win means just as much as a...
Moldova, you mean?
Aye, who did I say?
Andorra.
Same pish. Andorra, Moldova. Garbage team.
Wait, who did Moldova draw with?
That
Faroe Islands.
that Scotland should be beaten. So anyway, guys, with the standings then for the Euros, we've got Denmark on 6 points, Austria on 4 points, Scotland on 2, Faroe Islands on 1, Israel on 1, and Moldova on 1. Keep in mind that we've actually had 2 half decent tough games, so that's why we're on 2. I wouldn't say we have to panic yet, but the way I see it, Denmark went to Israel and they won 2-0. So
if we turned up, we would have beaten them. But we played well under this prick.
Probably not, no. But I think we should be aiming to do what Denmark done. Going to Israel and winning 2-0. Why can't we do that?
Because we're pish and he's an incompetent arsehole.
And on that note, guys, there you go. Next game will be against Faroe Islands, and it is in, I think, 4 days' time, 3 days' time? Wednesday. So there you go, big game. It's not often you say a games are a must-win, but that in mean it. Sometimes you say must-win, and you're taken out of context, or you're blown out of proportion. But that game on Wednesday is 100% must-win, and I think we will win it. We better win it.
I think we will. We fucking better, big man. Anyway, next we have got the mighty England. 2-0 win against Albania in Albania. Nice stadium, by the way.
A nice
You seen the
stadium.
stadium?
I've seen it before. It's nice.
What do you mean you've seen it before? It was just built.
Oh well, there you go. So you shouldn't try and bullshit then on a video, I guess. And I've never seen it.
It's called Our Albania. It's got a skyscraper on it.
Fucking brilliant.
Too bad it didn't. Albania only beat Andorra 1-0. Is that all of it? That's pish.
Yeah, England are going to win this World Cup, so there you go.
Hold up. Wait, have you seen England's group? Hungary, Albania, Andorra, Andorra and San Marino in the same group?
Like, how's that even? And then Albania's the 4th seeded team. Like, I mean, how's that even fair? That just doesn't seem right, does it?
I mean, even if England lost twice to Hungary, they'd still go through.
Would they? Only top 2.
I've never seen a group where you're guaranteed 18 points.
Are Hungary and Poland good enough that they're guaranteed?
Well, say Poland or Hungary are a wee bit of a question mark.
Is there any way England don't qualify? Could you be underrating Hungary?
No. Well, they drew 3 through Poland and then they beat San Marino 3-0. So, what's that all about?
Well, anyway, so England are sitting top of their group, 6 points. Poland and Hungary are on 4 points, but keep in mind those two have played each other. Then it's Albania on 3 and Andorra and San Marino on 0. What I would say is, this is going to be, I'd say this group gives San Marino their best chance at the highest points tally they've ever scored in a qualification group.
But I'd say they've only got a chance against one team, Andorra.
Albania
Albania was at the Euros, mate, before us.
Well, I suppose. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible that San Marino, I don't think it will happen, but I wouldn't say it's impossible San Marino pick up back-to-back wins against Andorra. Whereas,
I mean, it's not impossible, but it won't happen.
What would San Marino's previous tally be?
0.
Never picked up a draw in a qualification group?
Oh, fuck yeah, I doubt it.
I think they would have picked up like 1 draw or something.
Well, maybe 1. And yeah. So they've picked up 1 draw, but you're sitting here talking about wins.
Well, maybe Andorra. Maybe if Andorra beats San Marino twice, 6 points could be the highest they've
On
achieved.
to another dirty shit team, Northern Ireland.
Well, no, let's keep the focus on England here.
Why?
Next game
Who gives a shit?
is against Poland. I believe it takes place on Wednesday. It's at Wembley.
So they'll win.
Big game indeed. I think if England win this game, they're qualified. You know,
Qualified anyway.
what sort of analysis is that? I mean, seriously,
They qualified as soon as the group was made.
I'm not convinced. Cause
Because the mighty Hungary. Name me 3 Hungary players. 1. Got 5 seconds. Name 1. 1,
where's that sticker book?
2, 3.
Right, the point is,
Sticker
right.
put your ass on it.
The point is, if Poland can beat England in Wembley, then England's next game's in Budapest against Hungary. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can put pressure on them.
Right, could, but I'm no buying a big one.
Right, anyway, the other teams, the other home nations,
Northern Ireland get beat 2-1 by the USA.
and a
It wins
friendly.
up.
Wales beat Mexico 1-0. Nobody cares. And in the other team that's not a home nations, but we mention them anyway for the sake
Well, they
of
are a home nation. They
if
come
you're a-
under the term of home nation.
if you're a paddy. I mean,
Technically, it's Great Britain and Ireland.
well, it looks like the current famine in Ireland has nothing to do with potatoes, and it's more to do with goals because Ireland just cannot score.
And you, dickhead, said to bet them.
Yep, I was going to put £700 on them. Thankfully, I came to my senses and didn't do it. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a goal drought in Ireland at the moment, so I don't know. Maybe you need to water the fucking strikers or something. I don't know. Maybe Roy Keane needs to phone his brother Robbie and get him out of retirement. I don't know, but at the moment...
Turns out they're no brothers. Anyone wondering?
What a fucking shocker that was. But yeah, Ireland, their qualification hopes are in tatters. I mean, is there any way Ireland qualify?
No.
Well, make an argument. Let's say...
I'll make an argument. They're pissed. They're no quality.
No, let's say you need to convince someone that Ireland can still make this.
See, unless the IRA come out of retirement and start planting bombs at the other 5 teams' stadiums, they've no chance. Or the other 4 teams. Portugal and Serbia.
I mean, I'm trying to look at the positives here, but I don't see many. They've got a shit team. They've got a manager who
They lost the
I've
easiest
never
game in
heard
the
of
group.
and must be shit. Yep, they won't get an easier game than at home against Luxembourg. That will be the easiest tie they play, and they've already lost it. I wouldn't say. Are Ireland guaranteed to pick up 6 points against Azerbaijan? I wouldn't say so.
They're guaranteed to pick up 1.
Do you fancy them to beat Luxembourg away? I wouldn't say so.
No.
It's hard to make a case here for Ireland to qualify, but I'm going to try and make it.
Well, I'm not.
Jack Grealish betrays England.
But he's already played for England.
Yeah, I know, but he gets a time machine, right? And he betrays England. And then he.
Well, if he gets a time machine, he couldn't.
Ah, no, wait.
England
The next game's against Portugal. Ireland are fucked. They ain't qualifying, right? Simple as that.
On that note, guys.
There you go. That's the World Cup qualifier review show. England are looking pretty good. Wales are. We don't know. We've only played 1 game. Too early to.
And they lost it.
As the voting would say, the presidential votes, too early to call.
Stop the count.
No, in Ireland, too shit to call. Ireland beat out. Not going to be your president. Screwed. Who's the other team I missed it?
Scotland.
Scotland.
We missed it. The whole purpose of this.
Not looking good. Too early to call.
Better call Saul.